Hey everybody, this is your boy Jim Austin. Jim Austin online all the time. We're coming to you from the Fort Worth Historic Stockyards. This is where all the action in Fort Worth is going on right now in the stockyards. But we're here at my studios, Stockyards Recording Studios, and this is my show, The Austin File. And thank you for tuning in. We're always talking about real estate, opportunity in real estate. We're also talking about what's happening in North Texas. If you do not receive my newsletter or get my YouTube or my Facebook, sign up today so you can be in the mix. And I also talk to interesting people. And today I have a special guest in the house, Dr. Cassandra Bradford. How you doing, hon?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Jim?
Man, I'm having a blast.
I remember the launch for JimAustinOnline.com. You remember that? That
really?
was a good party.
Yes. We do the mega mixers, and we just bought our mixer back that we'll be doing in the first one in person this month. But I am so excited to always watch what you're doing and what you're making things happen. So I always tell, they say, who's Cassandra Bradford? I said, that's Jim Austin.
Don't say it.
In a skirt. Okay. So yeah, she's always in the mix and a good friend. Tell me, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
I'm originally from East St. Louis, Illinois.
Okay. I've been there.
Oh my God. I went to school with Jackie Joyner.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole Joyner family. That's where we're from. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, y'all got the big arches in the city next door.
Yeah, that's across the river, Missouri.
Across the river in Missouri. So, when did you come out of school, and what's your education, and you got that doctor in front of your name. So, talk to me, sister.
So from East St. Louis, I graduated from Lincoln Senior High School, and I went on to Southern California. Went to school at Southern California at Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah.
I got my BS in business. I have a master's in biomechanical engineering, specializing in kinematics. I
did not know.
And then I have my doctorate in relationship counseling.
Man, I am so impressed. I mean, I know you're a sharp sister, but mechanical engineer, I know that takes some skills and some knowledge and some brain power.
Well, basically, we were crash test dummies. We studied energy as it went into a vehicle. So kinematics is the way the body moves when energy touches it. So which direction does your body move when the forces of energy touches your body?
Okay.
So when a 35 mile an hour bumper came out on most vehicles,
yes,
we were crash test dummies.
Okay.
So at that time, I was a claims adjuster. I was trying to move up the corporate ladder, and I wanted to learn fraud, and they didn't allow women to do so.
Yes.
So I went and took a class, went back to school, another student loan, and I got my master's in biomechanical engineering, specializing in kinematics, and that's the way the body moves.
She said biomechanics, so that's another level of mechanic, because see, I went to Howard University and I was in the School of Pharmacy for about 3 years. I said, I ain't feeling this, man. Found out you could major in business. Man, that was me. I got over to the School of Business. I started liking that. I, wearing my 3-piece suits and my little briefcase, and so just having fun. But yeah.
But growing up in East St. Louis, my parents owned about 5 different businesses in the city. East St. Louis is a poor city, and so when it's 86% welfare. And so when you have parents who own most of the stuff in the city, just like you do here almost, it becomes phenomenal because our parents taught us business. And especially in the black community, you're not taught business. And so my mother used to work for HUD. She only reported to Nixon. No, I'm sorry, Jimmy Carter. That was her boss. And so we, at that time, we all knew growing up my mother was going to retire at 52. Around our table, my dad, that's all he talked about. She wanted to go into catering. My mother was she used to fight for voters' rights. She used to organize marches. And so at exactly 52, my mother retired from HUD. She and my dad, they founded a construction company. So my dad got a 10-year contract to put the roast on every Kentucky Fried Chicken in the Midwest. And they bought out one whole block, both sides of the street. He built my mother a commercial kitchen, and they added on and had a nightclub that was only blues and jazz. And so then they opened up a gas station, and they had about 15 rental properties. And so we had no other choice. But you're going to work in one of these businesses. I'm sorry, you didn't have any other choice. So I wanted to work on the roast with my brothers until I was 14, and they kicked me off. And then I went to work at McDonald's. I was not of legal age.
Yes.
But I went to work at McDonald's because of who my mother was. Of course, my mother sat on city council and everything else. And so by the time I was 15, I was a store manager.
Okay.
Because I felt working for somebody else was easier than working for my mom. And so even when I started my own business in 1999, everyone said, well, you were predestined to start your own business. And the first business I started was a litigation management firm, because I did go to law school. I dropped out.
Okay.
It was too hard.
Yeah.
Plus I was practicing more law. I was a litigation manager for an insurance company, so I was practicing more law than an attorney. And so I remember calling my dad. I'm like, I'm dropping out. And my dad said, no, you're not. You're going to be an attorney. I'm like, I'm practicing more law now. I tell attorneys what to do. At that time I had moved up the corporate ladder. I was in litigation management, but I was also an expert for the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Well, see, I know you from around town. We just became friends instantly. We push each other's brand.
Yes.
And now a friend of ours has joined my brand, Ed Gray,
yes,
the commish.
Yes.
So you and I need to sit down and chop it up, so see how we can bring our brands together to, bring information to the people. That's what Jim Austin is about, is being the connector, is connecting people. And so that's why, when I see you moving around and I see this project, you calling me, I'm doing this, Jim. I think we even tried to do some things at the warehouse together. And then the pandemic hit and cut our dream apart. Now we're back together, girl. I am so glad to actually know who Cassandra Bradford is.
That's me. That's me. Just trying to make a difference.
Diva. Diva of entrepreneurship. I love it. I know we're here. We wanted to chop it up and talk about your project that's coming up this month.
July 17th.
Yeah.
At the new Texas Rangers Globe Life Field.
I got it right here. The
It's the Run Conference.
Run Conference.
It was Run Women's Conference, but we decided there were so many men coming to the conference, trying to find out we had secrets.
Right. So 2021 Run Women's Conference. The guys are invited. Entrepreneurship Conference. It's at Globe Life Park or Center? Field.
It's a brand new one.
Field. Yeah, we the one with the roof on the top. I was just there on July the 5th for the Rangers game against the Detroit baseball team. And 734 Stadium Drive, Arlington, Texas. A lot of speakers going on. You gonna be there?
I will be there. We have 16 speakers coming from around the country. I have speakers coming from Hawaii, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Boston, California. Listen, we're not gonna leave anybody out. Of course, we got a lot of people coming from Dallas and Fort Worth, Atlanta, Georgia. We're ready.
When I come to your conferences, your people are excited about you. They
I'm a loyal tribe.
Yeah, they said, who are you? I said, I'm Jim Austin online. Well, let me find Miss Cassandra to see if you're legit. And they're very protective, so come out and get some education and be with some good people and all. How can they find out? What's your website?
So you can go to runconference.org. It'll tell you all ticket information. We don't have any more exhibitor booths. We're sold out of those.
See? When you're in business and you can say, I'm sorry, I'm sold out. That's what we work towards. So right now, I know you got a spot for me somewhere.
I got a spot for you. Don't worry. We'll fit you in somewhere. Now, you want to come broadcast live, we'll definitely have you.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to my production man over there and Cedric Bailey, and we might come with the DFW Metroplex jazz radio station.
Come on.
And broadcast, but we're also going to be on Facebook. So, and I'm excited to know that your people are going to come over to my event.
Yes.
Right after that night, we're hosting Tom Braxton Jazz Series with Cindy Bradley. She's performing at 8:00 at the Warehouse.
I'm a Tom Braxton's groupie, so I'll be there anyway.
Right. So we're pushing it, and it's Tom and his wife's birthday.
Oh my goodness!
So we're having a birthday. It's gonna be cake? Yeah, we're gonna have cake.
Then I'll be there. Then that's all you have to say. You didn't tell me that part.
Yeah, I talked to him a minute ago. I said, we having cake. He said, hell yeah, it's a
we're
birthday.
Having cake. I love cake.
Yeah. And then who that? Gonna be there with the daiquiris and the Cajun food. We're just gonna have a fun time on the 17th of July, Saturday. Cassandra got it going on. Jim Austin got it going on. Tom Braxton got it going on. Cindy Bradley got it going on. She's flying in, and we're going to listen to some good jazz and have some fun, eat some good food. Go to Jim Austin Online Eventbrite for my tickets, and go where for your tickets?
Go to runconference.org.
Hey, I am excited about that. I'm coming out to your party. And then come over and hang out with me. Oh, I see my boy King Charles Smith.
King Charles, of course. King Charles is the vice president of our board.
Oh.
So King Charles is mandatory for him to be there. But King Charles, he's got about 4 or 5 hats, but he's working with youth. We have 160 youth coming from My Brother's Keepers, which is a President Barack Obama's program. Ricky Clark heads that. He's a Southwest regional vice president, I believe. So we have 160 youth from his organization. We have 60 youth from Southside Youth Association, and we have another 50 youth from another organization out of Dallas. So we have a teen program from the ages of 12 to 17. If they have an entrepreneurial spirit, that's where they need to be. They need to get to the Run Conference. Yes.
Look, entrepreneurship. The thing, when I finished Howard, I went to work for American Express as the district sales manager, and I came to Fort Worth in March 1 of 77. Got here, became known as Mr. American Express, and was having a good time. My boss was in Atlanta, but I was working for the man. And I woke up one day, I said, I'm working for the man. I'm making him a lot of money. I can work for myself. So that was the hardest thing in the world, to resign as a district sales manager, worked for Sam McCall 2 years, and then hung my shingle up 40 years ago. So I'm now the Fresh Prince of Commercial Real Estate.
Now see, look at all these titles. The Fresh Prince of Commercial
Real Estate. And I'm going to announce it on the air right here. Kenya C. gave me a new title.
Which one is that?
That I am the mayor of Texas and the governor of the United States, and I don't have to run for that position, so I can do what the heck I want.
Okay, now I ain't mad at you.
Yes. So that's me.
That's you.
So we gonna have to. What's your title?
I'm just regular old Dr. Cass. I'm trying to make it happen for small business owners and entrepreneurs to grow, to be the backbone to the U.S. economy, to learn how to grow their businesses, whether it's local or federal or even international. Next year is our 10th year anniversary. We're doing it big, Jim. We're looking for 200 exhibitors. We're going to be at Live by Texas.
Well, let me write my check now so I can be in one of them 200 vendors.
We have joined forces with the Asian Chamber, the Pan-Asian Chamber, and African Chamber, and the International Chamber of Commerce. So we already got a good start
what about
already.
The Jim Austin Online Chamber?
We need to get the Jim Austin Online tribe on board.
Okay.
I'm talking to the governor. I need to talk to the governor of the Jim Austin Online tribe, and we need to come and just make sure that Texas is really on the map for some great things. I think that there are so many small businesses are just coming to Texas medium-sized companies. Our governor has offered so many incentive and tax incentives for large and medium-sized companies to come to Texas. And so within that, you have people that are starting their own businesses, maybe the spouse or whoever comes with those families. Texas is a great place for small businesses. There's a lot of incentives for small businesses to be here, and we want to make sure that we are showing out and showing the world that we are doing not just business, but we're doing great business.
Great business. Governor George Bush, every time I was around him, he would come up to me and say, "Hey, Jimmy, give me a call. I want to point you to something." And the one time that he was there, my mentor was there, was there. And he said, "Hey, I want to point you to something." He appointed me to the Texas Real Estate Commission. And I was there for 8 years. You're only supposed to be there for 6. But it took them an extra 2 years to find someone to replace me. So that was one of the best things in my life, to serve on the Texas Real Estate Commissioner as a Texas real estate broker. So I ran into him after he got out of office. He was doing a presentation in Fort Worth, as he wasn't president anymore. Didn't know he was going to be the president when he was not. I said, "Hey, Mr. Bush, President Bush, do you remember me?" He said, he looked at me, he said, "You appointed me to the Texas Real Estate Commission." He said, "Jim, did you do a good job?" And I always remember that. But he's a person with a lot of personality. But we've got so much going on in the world. And I'm just glad to have you in my studio, because I know my ratings are going to go up. We're going to post it, and you're going to post it.
I'll share it with my
share it.
Thousands
so
of
the
followers.
Jim Austin Online Tribe has just been launched.
Yeah.
Right here. You just gave me an idea.
You need to get a membership tribe.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so I'm going to say thank you. You want to do one more shout out?
So listen, we need you to get to the Run Conference July 17th at the new Texas Rangers Globe Life Field. July 17th from 8 to 4. Go to runconference.org, or you can call our office at 1-800-718-2425.
And don't forget, after you finish the Run Conference,
run on over
to the warehouse on Berry and catch some Cindy Bradley and Tom Braxton. I mean, I'm watching the people buying the tickets, and I'm seeing my friends, because we're going back to the old Caravan of Dreams days with good jazz, a good time, and I'm very excited. So it's been my pleasure to
Mine too.
learn some more about you and have a better understanding of where this entrepreneurship came from. It's like my Uncle Bernard. He was the man in North Carolina. He was a legend. He was a farmer, a bail bondsman. So that's what I grew up listening and learning from him. I had to get up at 5 in the morning. Me and my cousin, we had to go to work.
Yep.
You didn't sit around the house and watch TV and play games.
No, we
Had
couldn't
to
do
go
that
to the
either.
grocery store, pick tobacco. So you didn't know I'm a country boy with a little city.
No wonder you wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah. Yes. So it's exciting. I'll get you some door prizes if you have door prizes. So we have a new partnership with the ISIS Theater up here in the Stockyards, and we'll get you some door prizes. And I want to thank you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
This is Jim Austin Online all the time. Cassandra Bradford, my special guest.